news and severe weather coverage worldwide. This is Fox 11 News Good Day Wisconsin, live from Lambeau to London.
Well, as the British would say it, hello mates, it is Packers versus Giants at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Since the NFL started coming here in 2007, the first game with two teams with actual winning records. Well, we reached about, it's about 12 o'clock in the afternoon here in London time, here in North London. Rachel Mai, Good Day Wisconsin. Well, first of all, welcome to Good Day Wisconsin, Rachel.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
This is so exciting. Live from Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in London, where they have turned this stadium into home field for the Green Bay Packers. The signage everywhere is green and gold. The fans are already in the stands, and I would say there's 10 Packers fans to every one Giants fan here.
I think you're underselling that a little bit. To be honest, I think it's like 50-1 from what we've seen at least this week. And Johnny, you came with Packer fans on a bus in the plane. Like, you've been with them all weekend long.
I did. My family and I came on over, and right now they are down the street tailgating, getting ready for this back, like you said, Rachel. I mean, the streets are packed with Packer fans.
Well, that 4,000-ish mile flight across the Atlantic, Packers actually the final team to get to do it. And Aaron Rodgers, there's not much that he hasn't done now in his 18th NFL season, but this is one of them, and he's embracing it.
This is so rare to be able to come over, in a different country and entertain fans that are waking up early or staying up late watching our games and trying to put on a show for you guys.
Well, we've heard it from head coach Matt LaFleur many a times this week for not anything normal. And as far as preparation, they found out February, that's when this Week 5 game was announced on the schedule. So take all those, of course, everyday travel hassles, times that by about 100 when you factor in players, coaches, support staff. And then it's not coincidence why teams often do struggle when they make this trip to London.
Plane ride be 10 hours long.
Man, like how many more hours we got?
You don't want to sightsee so much that you're forgetting that it's a game week.
When you waking up, your people going to sleep.
To get the time chain adjusted.
Many challenges before they even take the field against the Giants.
The approach you take, preparation is going to be absolutely critical.
A 6-hour difference from Northeast Wisconsin to Great Britain.
If anybody's been overseas, they know the first day, 2 days can be a wreck trying to get adjusted to when you fall asleep, when you wake up. As a football player, your sleep is one of the most important schedules that you have.
Or the plane ride over the Atlantic that Pro Bowl cornerback Rasul Douglas did while he was with the Raiders.
When we went, we was on commercial planes, so we ain't had no space. We all was bunched up, so that was hard.
Just hydrate for real, honestly, because it's a long flight.
Try to avoid alcohol and caffeinated fluids so they don't dehydrate you further.
2 Sundays previous in Tampa, they played in that 90 degrees and humidity. And 4 days ago, went overtime against the Patriots.
And I think a lot of it is who handles this trip the best is going to be able to play to the best of their abilities.
It's a team that's essentially going to win. The fresher team is going to win.
I'm sure Matt LaFleur will have the itinerary set pretty strict.
As far as I'm concerned, I mean, I didn't leave the hotel either time.
But maybe the best advice above all.
I know if I was over there, I'm going to Big Ben, I'm doing the selfie behind, in front of that, and if I'm going to Parliament, I'm going to mess with the guards a little bit, but then enjoy the game.
When Sunday does roll around, expect Packer fans in full force like it's a normal home game Sunday in Lambeau.
I always say we got the best fan base in football, and so it's great to see that it's bigger than nationwide, it's worldwide.
Easier to travel after a win.
Definitely a lot easier to travel after a win. Everybody's spirits up. It'll make for a fun trip.
Hey. You're going to see many different members of our Fox 11 crew over this 2-hour live coverage. First of those, that is Nicole Menner live in the Fox 11 Fieldhouse. Hey, Nicole. Hey, from London.
Hello from across the pond, a place equally as cool as London, right? We are at the Fox 11 Fieldhouse doing our part to get you guys ready for the Packers-Giants game. Cody, it is so good to see you guys. We've loved everything you've brought us this week. And let me tell you, Thursday was a very cool experience seeing the team take off. We were in the locker room on Thursday chatting with them after practice as they were getting ready for that flight. And, you know, we're used to seeing them in their fancy game day outfits, but no, they had the Packers sweatsuit set, so they were very comfortable for what ended up being about a 6.5-hour flight. And even better, so many fans were out at the airport to send them off and show their support, sending the Packers over to London.
Going to London for the first time, it's just unbelievable, really. It's pretty cool.
Going to Europe gives the worldwide fans an opportunity to experience what we get to have here. And from what I've seen on TV, they really have pulled out all the stops in London, showing off Packer pride.
And you guys have talked about how many Packer fans you're seeing over there. Well, the same sentiment coming from James Jones, who is over there, one of the Packer alumni, taking in this game. And he said there has been no shortage of fans supporting the Packers in the UK.
The team gonna do what they do, but like the fans, even when I came here, when I was a member of the Raiders and I came here, it was all Packer jerseys. And I'm like, dang, the Packers really need to come here. You know, they fans are dedicated. They want to see their team in person, you know, if they can't make it to the States to watch them. So this is gonna be fun.
And now let's send it back over to London, where we find Rachel Monick. She caught up with some of those fans outside of Tottenham.
Hi, Nicole. It's very exciting because it's just like a home game. Even though we're in London, it sort of felt like we were at Lambeau Field this morning when we arrived. Fans in green and gold coming in big groups heading towards the stadium. It just looked a little different with the different shops around the area, but we had the green and gold bib overalls, and we had the people with their hats and their tie-dye shirts. It just felt like we were at home, and then you'd hear other people talking in different accents, so then you knew that you were somewhere else. But it's very exciting. They've already made their way inside the stadium here. We're seeing a lot of green and gold up in the stands. This is a very cool stadium, and I think you're back live with me right now. That's the tunnel where the players will come out when they are announced for the start of the game, so we're excited for that. Some of the team is on the field warming up. James Jones also here on the field talking to the guys. It's been very exciting. I'm probably babbling because I'm so excited, Nicole. And Pete, I know you're standing by with a forecast there. It is sunny here, but it's got a kind of a cool breeze that we're dealing with. So I'm going to send it to you, Pete. I'm going to go look for Ted Lasso.
Okay, that sounds good, Rachel. And you're right, you could do the forecast for me right from there because the temperature's already in the 60s there in London. I am standing in front of Lambeau Field in the atrium in the distance. Let's check those temperatures in London right now. The temperature in the 60s, and we will continue to be in the 60s throughout the daytime hours. Now, at the start of the game, it will be sunny. And as a matter of fact, for those tailgaters, as Rachel was saying, there's a lot of Packers fans there. Temperature will be about 58, 60 degrees. But as the game goes on, increasing clouds, temperature will drop a little bit, but you can't ask for a better day than this, as the temperatures will top out right around 63, 64 degrees with increasing clouds. South winds, as Rachel was saying, about 5 to 15 miles an hour. So what are the keys to this game? Let's go to the experts.
Thank you, Pete. And Cody and Johnny, I mean, there's been so much excitement this week. It's almost hard to remember that the Packers do have a game to play today. This is a business trip, so bring us our first key to the game if the Packers want to get this win over the Giants.
Yeah, Nicole, pretty simple. How do they deal with that international travel? We found out with a little tailwind, a little help getting over the ocean. Only 6.5 hours. So, Johnny, really not that much farther than some other of those West Coast road trips, but much more to that.
Well, it's taxing on the body, and I think that's why Coach LaFleur did what he had to do, or he wanted to do, to come over here and let these guys come over maybe at a later time. A lot of us thought they're going to come over early in the week, but to kind of acclimate it to that time change, because it's a full day that your body finally starts to get back in the rhythm. And yeah, they went out and had light practice, and it looks like out here in pregame warm-up, those guys are looking fresh and ready to go.
Yeah, head coach Matt LaFleur decided not to have the bye week next week. He wants to save it for later in the season. It's a lot on the body, and especially the stretch. The humidity of Tampa, of course, that overtime game against the Patriots, now the travel to London.
Yeah, it is a lot, and that's on the plate of Coach LaFleur and the rest of his staff, especially the medical staff, to make sure these guys are recovering enough so they're ready to go out and play. Injuries obviously play a factor, and maybe also the turf that they're playing on has a factor in that well. But with the cool breeze over here in London, you know, it's not taxing on the body. Yes, the flight was a little bit, but still, these guys are going to be ready to play.
You got to be disciplined in how you go about your business. And I truly believe the team that handles the trip the best is going to put themselves in the best position to win the game. But I trust our guys. I think they'll make wise decisions, and I expect us to play at a high level on Sunday.
Coaches are creatures of habit even more than players. Anytime there's a minute adjustment to the schedule, it throws them all out of whack. So I wouldn't read too much into that. Listen, we're all excited. Obviously, you know, the time we're leaving might put a little stress on the schedule, but that's way down at the bottom of the concerns. We're just excited to get over there playing at a great
When they first started coming to London, the teams would come the whole week before, so you had a whole week to get that body adjusted. As a player, if you had to go to London, would you prefer this quick turnaround or have a week, of course, to do some sightseeing, but, you know, to at least get the body going?
Well, that's just it, Cody. When I came in my rookie year, we would go to a team or to a city away, and the coaches would say, don't get any neck strains because everybody's looking up at all the sightseeing. So, yeah, maybe you cut that distraction out. Guys can do that in the off season. But really just focus on coming here, play a game, and get out of Dodge.
All right, so Johnny and I, and of course Rachel, we're going to have much more here live from Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. But for now, we're going to send it back to you guys.
All right, thanks, you guys. What a morning it's going to be. But right now, the following segment is sponsored by ARC Contracting.
Good morning. We're here inside the Fox 11 Fieldhouse having a little fun. I'm here with Donnie from ARC Contracting. They are a big sponsor of the game in London this morning. And welcome, Donnie.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
And tell me a little bit about what ARC Contracting is.
Sure. We do all exterior renovations, so roofing, siding, windows, gutters, insulation, basically anything that's going to protect your home from the elements.
And what makes you guys different from the rest?
We're locally owned and operated. We've been in the area for quite some time. And we cover the entire Fox 11 viewing area. So on top of that, we're your one-stop shop for all of your exterior home needs. So you don't have to hire multiple contractors. You have one contractor to work with from start to finish.
That makes it super easy. Now, if someone's watching and wants you guys to come in and check out a project that they're hoping to have done in their home, walk me through that process.
Sure, it's pretty easy. You just go online or give us a call, book an appointment, and you show up when we show up so that we can evaluate the home. We can go through any of the things, any concerns that you have, and then really give you a solution. Provide some solutions and then give you a same-day estimate as well. So.
And how can people get a hold of you and reach out?
Sure, give us a call at 920-733-4ARC or go online at arcwi.com. That's arcwi.com.
Perfect. Thanks so much, Donnie. We are super excited for the big game in London. And good day, Wisconsin. We'll be right back.
Well, there is so much to experience in London, such as a cruise along the River Thames. Then there's the famed Borough Market, where you can find food from all around the world. And we are going to send it back out to London Live, where we find Cody and Rachel. Guys, we have been keeping a very close eye on everything you've been able to do this week, and it just looks incredible. I want to know what your favorite experience has been so far in London.
Well, Nicole, I've been kind of more on a Packers type schedule. Get in, get out, but Rachel, she's been here since Sunday when the Packers were beating the Patriots in overtime. So, Rachel, what was your favorite?
It's hard to pick a favorite. I think I need 2 more weeks here, if that would be okay with everybody, to get everything in. I think one of the neat experiences that I wasn't planning to do because I don't like Ferris wheels.
Or heights.
I went up in the London Eye, and what's cool about that is it's such an iconic landmark now. But you get views all across the city and in all directions. So it was neat to be in there, and you're in this pod. So it's a different experience than a Ferris wheel that I'm used to. Just a neat experience
Yeah,
to
the
go
city
up
is
there.
so spread out as far as just there's boroughs everywhere. It just goes on and on. So to see it was pretty cool. But Buckingham Palace, that's always on that to-do list, that checklist. I haven't got to go yet, but Rachel, what did you think of Buckingham Palace?
First place we went, we couldn't check into our room right away, so we walked there. It was walking distance. And just when you get there, you're like, oh, this is the place we've seen on TV for forever. And the fact that it was just such a short time since the Queen's passing, it was kind of neat to be there to see all the tributes to her. But my favorite memory of going to Buckingham Palace was finding Packers fans there a week ahead of time for this game. So that was cool.
And I will say, I've been with Rachel the last couple days. So many people have been saying, hi, Rachel. Hey, good day, Wisconsin, Fox 11. So it's kind of cool.
It's almost like we're home.
Literally, like, that is what I was thinking on the way here. So one more thing. You're going to spend a few more days here. What's one thing you are going to see before you
I need to go to Notting Hill and see where Hugh Grant and Julia Roberts shot that movie and just kind of see that experience. And we had a great time at the Packers rally too yesterday.
We did. We will definitely
crazy.
We're going to talk about that a little bit. But for now, for Rachel and Tim Flanagan, all-star photographer, they had they've been capturing all the great moments.
We had a great week. Yeah,
yes, you guys
it was a lot
did.
of fun.
But we're going to send it back to you guys now at the field house.
And we are back. Lori and Jody with me from Bay Beach Wildlife Sanctuary. And this is great. We have an opossum here.
And why do we have Walter here with us this morning, Lori? Because we got to get some game day predictions and guesses, right?
We do. Walter's our prognosticator this year, so he's going to make some guesses for us. So we're excited.
And let's talk a little bit about Walter, though. How did you get him at the Bay Beach Wildlife Sanctuary?
Sure. Most likely, his mom was hit by a car. He was injured, came into us. He couldn't be released back into the wild due to a lot of different injuries. So he's one of our newest ambassadors at Bay Beach Wildlife Sanctuary.
Okay, Jody, I know that he was a little shy this morning, but you said, we just woke him up and talked to us.
Sleeping. They're nocturnal, so we had to, he had just gone back to sleep. He had a good breakfast, and he was perfectly happy. And then we woke him up to bring him out here. So he's good. He's doing awesome now. He's very curious about everything down here on the ground, so he's ready to do his job.
So these guys don't have real good eyesight. Is that why we see a lot of them, unfortunately, on the road?
Yeah. They're really, it's all about the scent of everything, all about the smell.
So how are we going to do this?
How are we going to do this?
All right, we got Giants, we got the Packers, and they have the same Packers. We have the same exact treat. Same thing as in each one. Okay. I can guarantee
you didn't put a little extra something in there in the Green Bay one?
We talked about it, but we're going to be fair.
No, we're going to be fair.
It's up to him. All right, big man.
Okay, Walter.
Here we go.
Yeah, I whispered "Go Pack, Go" in his ear beforehand.
Walter's sniffing around.
Don't go that way.
Going left, going right. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, going for the Giants.
Do we have to wait for him to tear it open?
Yeah. What do we have to wait? No, we're gonna let Laura
Walter.
figure out.
No. Okay. What does this mean?
I don't know.
It means Walter's not a very good prognosticator.
Yeah. It means we're gonna have a talk at home.
Walter was not listening to the instructions this morning. When I whispered in his ear when I woke him up. I'm like, you have to pick.
Well, you woke him up. That's why he's upset and doing the opposite of what you told him to do. Okay,
Exactly.
So Walter picked New York.
But we have another prognosticator.
We have another one, right?
Yes. Carmen Murak at the New Zoo earlier had Lloyd the Lion see what was going on there and if it was going to be Giants or Packers.
Okay, let's take a look.
Carmen to Jessica, release the lions. So hopefully they'll see these right away and make their pick. Hey guys, yep. Lloyd is right on it. He is going to, I don't know, that kind of smells bad, huh? He's not thrilled about the New York pumpkin there. He's not impressed. Nope, not at all. I think this is looking good for the Pack, absolutely. What do you say, Lloyd? Oh, yeah, that one. Oh, yeah, that one you like, huh? Okay, I gotcha, yeah. I think Lloyd's, my interpretation of this is that Lloyd is a Packer fan.
you can see fans starting to fill up here at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. A couple cheeseheads. We're going to have a much more coming up here on Good Day Wisconsin. Morning coverage leading up to kickoff, which is about 2 hours from now.
Fox 11 Live from Lambeau to London. Coverage is brought to you and sponsored by Prevea Health and ARC Contracting.
Live from Lambeau to London, we're taking you inside Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. We're getting you ready for the Packers' big debut in the UK, taking on the New York Giants. A crew there, a crew here at the Fox 11 Fieldhouse this morning. We welcome you to where Pete and I are sitting right now.
That's right.
You know, beautiful view there, but why don't you just take in what we're seeing this morning?
You can't beat it, right?
You can't beat it.
Yeah, we're in London. We're going to play a game.
Yeah.
This is the place to watch it as well.
Yeah,
That's
history.
why we're Lambeau to London.
I love it. You know, we were talking a lot this week about all of the traditions in the UK and London, everything happening there. And tea time was a really big one. Even though tea is big in England, did you know none of it really is made there? Like, it's really interesting, grown there, I should say.
And Brian Stafford from Papa Tea Company introduces us to some popular English teas.
Hi guys, I think we're live now at Tottenham Hotspur, getting ready for game day, and the fans are really filling in the stands, but I had a tea experience. I wanted to do one of the best ones in the city, and so we went royal with our afternoon tea. We went to a place called Fortnum and Mason, 4th floor, for the Diamond Jubilee, the Queen's Diamond Jubilee Tea Salon. And the Queen and the Duchesses inaugurated this tea room back in 2012. And so we went there. It's that tea experience that you think it's going to be like, with the beautiful china and the delicious pastries. And it was everything you would expect it to be. So that was a very fun London experience, and I highly recommend it. Yes, so that was really fun. We did high tea, we did afternoon tea, and it was a royal experience. I'm having quite an experience here at Tottenham Hotspur. You can see the fans behind us. There's cheeseheads. They've been selling them all throughout the city. We've got Packers owners here, everybody wearing their green and gold. And just try to find a Giants fan, and it's very difficult. So sounds and feels like a home game here. Even the signage all the way around the stadium. Go Pack Go, green and gold. It is really fun to be here, and we're getting ready to watch some of the players out there warming up. Guys, back to you.
It just looks incredible, Rachel. What an experience that you're having there at the stadium in London. Like, I can only imagine. And all of the reports that we have all week, it's been...
It seems like she's been there for 2 weeks because she's done so much.
Yeah.
You know, it's fantastic.
Okay, what is that in the background I hear, Pete?
I believe it's a bagpiper.
Okay, here we go. Here's the Saints, Florian, and Michael Society pipes and drums waking you up on this Sunday morning.
Who better to welcome us into Good Day Wisconsin back here than Mark Murphy. Want to say hi to Northeast Wisconsin real quick?
Well, wake up.
Wake up. All right. What time is it? 12:33.
Here.
It's
Not
6:30.
there. Yes. It's
yeah.
bright and early there in Wisconsin.
No, it's we're really excited. It's been I've actually been here since Tuesday morning, and but it's unbelievable how many Packer fans are here in London, and really excited for the game today.
Well, we appreciate it. Thanks for saying
Best
hi.
of luck for the game today. Go Pack Go.
Have a good day. Absolutely.
He's got things to do.
Well, all right. So we're going to talk now about Saquon Barkley. The Giants. They're 3-1, of course, this season, but I've seen it written maybe one of the worst 3-1 teams. But if they're going to win today, it's going to come down to Barkley, Nicole.
Cody, and the Packers' run defense has been very up and down this season. I mean, one week they're stopping Leonard Fournette in Tampa, holding him to under 40 yards. The next week they are letting the Patriots run all over them to force overtime. So they need to clean some things up. And that brings us to our key number 2. It's stop Saquon Barkley, a guy so dominant. We can't just say stop the run. We have to single him out. Rasul Douglas was asked who Barkley reminds him of, and he said A.J. Dillon in terms of the build. And then he said, quote, but he's faster, literally way faster. So imagine that. Barkley fully healthy this season. 4 games in, he is the NFL's leading rusher, 463 yards, averaging 5.5 yards per carry. So not a guy who's easy to take down on your own. And right now, this Packers run D allowing 5 yards per carry. So cleaning things up has been the emphasis this week, as containing Barkley will be a huge piece of the Packers coming out of London with a win.
Very explosive, and we got to tackle him. We got to tackle him. He's shown and put on tape if you can't arm tackle him, if you miss him, he's going to be gone. So we just got to make sure we tackle him and stay sound up front, set edges, and just be very sound on our run mechanics.
He's a powerful back. He can run behind the tackles and get those yards inside. And when he gets out into space, he's very elusive. He can run with the best of them, and he got that breakout speeds.
How do you stop a guy like that?
I have no idea. Everybody's got blitzes, all 12 of us, coaches included. Go get them.
Yeah, I'm sure Joe Barry would actually love to get out on the field and help his defense bring down Saquon Barkley, but unfortunately he can't do that. It's just up to the 11 on the field. And Cody, former Packers safety and Pro Football Hall of Famer Leroy Butler, one of the many alumni in London, and Rachel Monick caught up with him on Friday as he shares his thoughts on how the Pack can win the game. And hint, hint, it's very similar to what we just talked about.
The defense has to stop the run. Saquon Barkley's #1 in the league in rushing. The last 2 rushers got over 100. But the stress of having Aaron Rodgers on your team makes you feel better about playing in this particular game. So, and Matt LaFleur, this is his first game out the country. So I expect him to do well.
And we're live again in London, Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. I grabbed a scarf here, guys. I hope you can see this. It is half Giants, half Green Bay Packers, and a lot of people are wearing them. And I asked the locals, why would you put both teams on a scarf? And they said it's because a lot of times people will come to a game here and they don't have a team to cheer, and they just want to remember the game that they were at. So a lot of people going home with this scarf that has both teams on it. I'm not going to wear it. I'm not putting those other colors on, but a lot of people up there in the stands are, so it's been very exciting. Kind of a fun day here watching how things happen in London for a big game, but still, it looks so much like a home game with all the green and gold here. People with their cheese heads on, with their green and gold overalls on, and that feeling on game day when you're arriving at Lambeau, there's so much excitement. Well, that's exactly what's happening here. Guys, I miss you. What's happening there?
Oh. We travel to one away game every year, so we've been doing this since 2005, and we always said if the Packers, when they go to London, so how long have we been waiting for that? We finally are here in London. We knew we were going to go.
Rachel, we had to hear from fans, right?
Again,
One more time, and trust me.
Fans today.
Oh, Rachel, I'm so sorry. I don't want to interrupt you. You know, I hate doing that. I do it in the studio. I do it here when we're live. I interrupt you all the time. But we've loved watching all of your reports, all of the fans, seeing them. And trust me, I can assure you, we miss you so much here, but we've been loving what you've been giving us from London. It's been amazing.
It's great to see all the Packers fans taking over Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. That's fantastic. So Go Pack, go.
Go Pack, go. Thanks, Rachel. Okay, so, you think about it, it's Sunday morning, Pete. So a lot of people are probably going to head to church later on today, but there's an Oshkosh church that is still hoping to have parishioners in the pews this morning.
And you talk about a creative way. They've come up with a creative way to work around the early morning football game.
Yeah, Lydia Anderson is live at Algoma Boulevard, United Methodist Church in Oshkosh to tell us more. Lydia, what's going on this morning?
Hi, Emily and Pete. Yes, we are here in Oshkosh where church will look a little bit different today. I'm joined here with Pastor Kathy. And Kathy, what can we expect today?
Well, first of all, good morning. I'm so glad you're here with us today.
Thank you.
Today has to look a little different because of the Packers schedule. So we've tried to find a way to let people find God's presence in every part of our lives. So we'll start worship at 8:30 this morning with a kickoff time a few minutes later. So we'll have a couple minutes to get worship started. Then we'll be worshiping every 2-minute commercial break through the first half. At halftime, I'll be preaching. We'll have great music from our band, and we'll have an opportunity to do a blessing then. We also know that this kind of worship service might not be for everybody, so we're also doing a more traditional service at 10:30 in our prayer chapel for people who would prefer to do that.
Yes, and that just sounds so fun. And why did you choose to do this today?
I've been in ministry for over 25 years here in Wisconsin, and the reality is that when the Packers are playing, it's hard to do church events because we have so many fans who are also part of our congregation. So we knew that we couldn't really compete with a Packer game, and if you can't beat them, why don't you just join them? So we decided to just throw a big party, do a tailgate, have great food, have activities, do worship, and find a way to remind people that God truly can be present in every part of our lives in worship and in Packer games.
That's great. That just sounds so much fun. Well, all right, later tonight, if you tune into Fox 11 News at 9, you will hear more about how the service goes.
Picture tees. Boxes.
All right, Lydia, thank you so much. We appreciate it.
That's right, from Lambeau to London. Well, here's a live picture from London, Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, and they are getting ready for the Packers-Giants game, and we are right here on Fox 11.
And when you come to London, you have to find the view. You have to go somewhere to see a view of the city, to take it all in. And one of the things we did was go high in the sky in the London Eye, these really cool pods that took us up in this Ferris wheel kind of rotation, 30 minutes on the way up and down so that we could see all these amazing views of London. But today it's all about game day. The Green Bay Packers are on the field. The fans here are getting excited, shouting out, Alan Lazard is here. I saw Mason Crosby warming up. So it is a game day experience. That's what today is all about at Tottenham Hotspur, guys. I don't know about you, but what a fun atmosphere here. You can see all the fans behind us. A lot of cheeseheads going to be filling the stands here.
Yeah, I love it. You know, we have Brian Harris here with us from Hinterland Brewery. You have all the Packers players over there. We got the beer here right outside of Lambeau Field this morning. Rachel, I can only imagine how you're feeling. I can hear the excitement in your voice. It's just been such an exciting morning. You know, all the things that you've been able to do and see, and we're just happy to be able to experience that through you. So it's been
fantastic.
It's been such a great time. So are we talking beer right now, everybody? Is this what we're doing? Because I think this is what we have to do.
Is there any time when you shouldn't talk about beer?
You know what?
I think all the time.
Right, exactly.
Okay, let's go ahead. So Brian Harris is here from Hinterland Brewery, and you brought with just a bunch of items this morning, Brian, because we were thinking about it too. We were thinking about like beers and ales and this versus that, because you have like a whole international fleet at your place right over there across from Lambeau.
Oh, yeah, we make styles from all over the world. And, you know, with all the focus on England, it's a great time to talk about some of those beers that had that style originate over with the British.
Okay, I love it. What did you bring with this morning to show?
One of them I wanted to bring out was the IPA, which is India Pale Ale, which started out as a highly hopped pale ale that the English would send over to India, and they'd use those hops as a way to kind of preserve that beer in that long voyage. So there's a bunch of different styles within that category of IPAs. This is more of a West Coast style. And if you'd like to, I'd crack it open and
Crack it open. I mean, seriously, what time is it, you guys? I had said yes, right?
Well, it's past noon in England. So there you go. There you go.
That is so true, Pete. Just going to have a little sip here. I mean, we just have to do a little taste, right? Cheers.
Good, right?
Very nice.
Cheers. Go Packers.
Okay. That is really nice. I mean, you know, Rachel was at all the parties and everything too, and everyone, I mean, they were talking about what they're going to drink, what they're going to eat. I mean, that's what you have to do on game day too, right?
Oh, exactly. Yeah, we've got a full brewery restaurant just down the road here, and yeah, we'd love to see everybody come by.
You know, we do have a lot of people that said they're going to be opening up early, a lot of businesses. You know, I was driving on Holmgren, I saw lights on in a lot of spots there on Holmgren Way, but you said you're not opening early.
Well, we're giving all the employees a chance to kind of watch the game, you know, especially with being a away game. So yeah, the brewery's opening up at 11 o'clock today.
I think that's so great because it's not every day that the Packers play at 8:30 in the morning.
Right.
So, of course, you want people to be able to enjoy that. But you'll be there with the after party, right? When the game's done.
Oh, for sure. The celebration, I think.
It's great to be in the Titletown area there, isn't it, with Hinterland?
Oh, yeah. I mean, we're super lucky to be right across from Lambeau Field. I mean, the Packers are an institution in town, and to be across the street from them, I mean, yeah, it's super fortunate for that.
Yeah, I love that area.
All right, Brian, thank you so much for being with us this morning. Hinterland Brewery, I'm going to talk more beer coming up, too, later in the show, so don't miss that. So, cheers right here from Lambeau. But shall we go to London?
Well, we're just watching Al Lazard kick the soccer ball or foot the ball, but looks like he's getting a little distracted. So, oh, there he goes. Big soccer guy, him and Aaron Rodgers. They went to the USA National Women's Team game here in London. That was just a couple days ago. There he goes. We got much more coming up on this morning edition, afternoon London time of Good Day Wisconsin.
Fox 11 London coverage sponsored by Prevea Health, caring every patient every day.
I just want to be an impact. It don't matter what way, what fashion. We got bigger dreams at hand, and everybody know we want to get a ring. So anything that I could do to put us forward, you know, to get a ring, that's what I'm down for.
The monster that is Rashawn Gary. Before we talk about him, a couple interesting stats. You know, that's because he's on a record-setting pace. Packers season. The season most ever in Packers history. He's on pace to get that. Already 5 this season. Only one or two in the NFL with one in each game. How much does he mean for this defense? His level of play increase that we saw starting last season and now.
Well, tremendously. I mean, this is a guy that 2 years ago came to the league and he listened to the veterans on that defensive lineman, Kenny Clark's, Preston Smith. And he has grown. I mean, he's been, when you talk to any of the defensive linemen in the locker room, they say he has improved the most. Every time he's gotten on the field, he's gotten better. He's learned, he's listened, and he's able to apply what he has done. And he works his tail off in the offseason to get into the position he's in today.
Yeah, 4th year outside linebacker. I don't know if he ever looked at the online Packer fan forums. A lot of people after his first 2 years wrote him off, that he's not going to be the player that they thought he was when they drafted him. He's proved them wrong week in and week out the last 2 years.
Yeah, all the things I just said, he wasn't one of those guys that came in with a cocky attitude. Matter of fact, I want to say I think he was injured that first year coming in. I think it was a shoulder or something. But he was again, he listens to the veterans. It wasn't the guy that came in and said, "Hey, I'm going to turn this franchise around." No, he came in and said, "Hey, I want to learn. I want to be part of this defense. I want to be part of the family." And that's what they always talk about in that locker room. And he has gone in there and busted his butt to be that player. And now we're just waiting because of his play over these rest of the season. Offensive coordinator is going to have to make those adjustments. And so that's why I'm going to say that Devontae Campbell is going to start having his game is starting to come around, and also with Preston Smith, the rest of the defense.
I'm fired up.
Yeah, I am.
Let's go.
Yeah,
We're getting close.
this is a guy that you go to him during training camp and say, now what has been the difference? What have you done? And he wasn't willing to tell us. He said, I'm going to show it on the field, and he has done it in 4 weeks of football.
All right, Johnny. Well, you're going to hear, we're going to have more from this guy coming up here as we get closer to kickoff. But that's when the juices start even getting more. All right, but for now, we're going to send it to Emily in the field house.
All right, you guys, thank you so much. Hey, it's Sunday. It's game day. It's a tale of two tailgates. We're going to show you how they do it in London. We're going to show you how they do it in Green Bay. You don't want to miss this. We'll have more coming up.
Who knows? They've been making changes on us.
God, I sent a prayer up there earlier.
We are back. Yes, Lambeau, London. We do it different ways around here. Emily Dean here is going to talk with me about how we do it in America and how we do it in England as far as the tailgating is concerned, and the products that we have. We went to Fortnum and Mason, which is also known as a Queen's Grocer.
You went there
in
earlier
England.
this
I
week.
went there, yeah.
And you got back on time for the show?
Yeah, right over the pond.
How do you do that?
And I brought this back. No, we actually ordered this, and this is different. I mean, they do it a little bit different there, but not really. We have the same types of things around here. For instance, what do I have here? The cheese straws. Cheese straws in England. What do I have?
One better,
do
my
I have
friend.
something?
Cheese curds, baby.
Oh,
yep,
that's
Simon's
good.
cheese.
Oh.
This is dill seasoned. That sounds amazing. What's that seasoned?
This is a smoked cromel. Does anybody know what cromel is? I'm not sure.
I'll take the dill seasoning, please, with these cheese curds.
What is a cheese straw
but
anyway?
the packaging is just lovely, I do have to say.
It is lovely.
It is.
Probably more expensive or something.
Little bit.
I don't know. Wild blueberry preserves in England? What do we got?
No, I'm going to do you one better. Where are you? Whole cherry jam.
Oh, yeah.
Where's my Door County people at?
I love that. All
Okay.
right, what else we got? Oh, isn't this a lovely package, as you were saying?
That's coffee? Oh,
this
coffee
is
truffles.
Truffles. What do we got? Saruji?
Saruji's, where are you at?
Oh, right there.
Saruji's chocolates
the
right
meltaways?
here. The meltaways are the best.
Are they regular meltaways or are they mint?
This just says, this
Doesn't
is
matter.
actually a dark assorted family pack.
Oh,
so
assorted.
grab this for your tailgate, that's for sure.
Well, we were doing some beer earlier. Now we have some tea.
Because that is what I'm told. They say tea is what you need at your tailgate. I don't mean to laugh. I don't mean to laugh. You can have whatever you want, but I'm sorry.
Right.
I'm sorry. Can we just grab this 6-pack here? Huh?
There you go.
Can we just grab this from Hinterland?
Okay. Now let's put it out there. A little poll here. Tea for your tailgate or
beer.
I think I
We don't even have to take a poll,
no,
okay?
you don't have to
People
take
are
a poll.
probably already cracking a cold one right now as they're watching
Or
us.
their second or third. We have the biscuit selection. The Fortnum and Mason biscuit
What about just a cracker? Is that what we're doing here? Cracker?
And we got
Or shortbread?
and we got
Cookie?
some port wine cheese on that too, don't we?
Oh my gosh. You have to put the cheese spread on there.
Do you really? You just put it on your finger and lick it off, right?
How do you know?
I was thinking you in general, but you too. And we got biscuits here as well.
Okay, so that's what I think this was over here for, that shortbread. That
And
looks so
biscuits,
good.
that looks good. And some coffee, right?
Oh.
Got to have coffee for your tailgate.
And this one
It is different.
cherry cream. This one's from Door County Coffee and Tea Company up there. Beautiful.
So this is how they do it in England. This is how we do it around here. You know what, Japan? You could mix and match too, can't you?
You could mix and match if you wanted to, but why don't you head to the park? That seems lovely. I'm in the parking lot. I'm ready to go, ready to cheer on the Packers, but still, nothing against that.
No, nothing against that.
But I'm going over here.
You go over there. You don't have to extend your pinky either.
Yeah.
No.
Nope. You just crack it, you chug,
Yep.
and you cheer.
Exactly. Go Pack, go.
Go Pack, go. And guess what? Stay tuned because more Good Day Wisconsin starts right now.
Hi, I'm Aaron Jones, live from Lambeau to London. Good day, Wisconsin.